Hello? Can you hear me? I'm trying a different system to yesterday, so that is why we always need to do the check on the microphone check. Why is this camera wonky? Also, I don't think that you guys can see me. Also, I'm apparently not connected, so I can't see you guys. It's all happening! Or rather, not happening. Okay, if I crackle, it's because I'm not close enough to the receiver. One moment, please. We can see you. I would hope not. Okay, cool. And you can see kitchen? I think you can see kitchen. This looks fine. I have to play around with where I want things to be. Echoes I'll be able to fix soon, sorry. This one? Is that better now? I think that is the solution to the double audio. I think I got it. Yay! Is it too loud? Do I need to drop my mic? Okay, this is basically the level I'm going to be speaking at. So while I'm upstairs, do we need to change music? Do we need to change me? What is going on? Thanks, Captain. Good? Alright, I'll head down then. We can always come back. And we're a little more relaxed today. Also, hi, Gordo. Never changed. Oh, stop. I wasn't expecting some affirmations nice and early in the morning. Well, afternoon. It's just ticked over. Oh, dear. I got my toes out. Should I put socks on? Probably. I probably should put socks on. Because people be weird. Little detour. We're almost there. and then we can get back to it. But yeah, as I was saying, I think now that we have less stuff on the screen, then I will have to think about where I want to place you guys and everything. Put them dogs away, exactly. Hi, Zarek. Hi, Goro. Okie dokie. I can see you guys. I don't have to monitor as much, so I've just literally got the YouTube chat and the Twitch chat, so that is all good. Very happy. Wonderful to see you guys as well. Hello. We're just gonna be super chill today. I don't think that I'm gonna make this a very long stream. That being said, it's me, so we'll just take it a little bit at a time. We're gonna make this cheesecake, but for those who have made a cheesecake, you would know that it has to sit usually overnight. So we probably will just bake it and have a natter. Maybe we can head back upstairs or even just sit in the couch. Yeah, just a brief 5 hours, exactly right. And then we can muck around. I'm knackered though, absolutely knackered. After stream yesterday, I just like zoned out completely. I only washed these dishes this morning. That's why they're still behind me here rather than tidied away. Because I just like, I completely blanked. I just kind of not disassociated, just, yeah, maybe it was disassociated. Like my soul just left my body and I just lay on the couch until it was time to go to watch the football. A sunny day in the UK? Well, it's funny that you should say that because I think that down here in the south, it actually is very sunny, a lot. It's surprising. I wasn't expecting it. But anyhow, yeah, we got a lot of compliments on the kitchen yesterday. I was very pleased. Good old kitchen. Okay, so we can be way more lax today. So I can bust this out immediately. We're not representing anyone other than ourselves, so we can immediately bust this baby out. Because, you know, we just gotta be, sorry, hold on. We gotta be safe and protecting ourselves from the, thank you for the follow, splatter and whatnot. Thank you, much appreciated. They're quite wonderful. And look at that! In this kitchen, I can show them all off. Isn't that cool? Ah, we can show all of them. The benefits of this angle, I suppose. This is a really good angle to show these bad boys off. Bad boys? Bad girls. I feel like bad girls makes more sense. All right, so where am I? I was making a cup of tea. I've got my water. Water can migrate. I'm kind of just in a, like I said, because I'm knackered, I'm just kind of in a bit of a scattered mindset. So that's where we're at. But like, I'm positive, I'm happy, I'm feeling good. I'm just being very open and honest. That is a bit of a like a, hey guys, how's it going? I feel like I've smoked a doobie. That's, although maybe not even as enjoyable. I just feel a bit like, anyhow, so let me get this tea and let's catch up and figure out what's going on. First things first, I have to show off this. I bought this hashtag not sponsored off Amazon and I'm obsessed with it. It's literally just a tea bag holder. And because before I got this, I would wait for the tea bags to dry off before putting them in the bin. And so that would often just end up in the sink and it was so lame. And so I got a little tea leaf tea bag holder. So I like it. My mum always made the Philly cream cheese instant cheesecake recipe a family favorite. I actually do have Philadelphia cheese, but I've got a whole story about that. Oh yeah, I've been putting them on the windowsill, so I was trying to warm them up because I may have forgotten to bring them to room temperature. So I was like, if I put them in the sun in the windowsill, maybe they'll warm up a bit more. So that could have been a mistake, but nonetheless, Holder, I hardly know her. What is going on? Just as Mother Nature intended, indeed. Okay, I can do this. Hi guys, welcome to the show. If you guys missed yesterday, then this is the kitchen. This is the kitchen. This is now the second kitchen stream that we are doing in this household, and I really enjoyed it. And I'm actually quite happy with this camera angle, so I'm very happy to do some in the future. For those who cook, you know that food costs money. So I think that what we could potentially do when I come back from my trip is just do like a little sub goal or something to cover the cost of food, and then that way we can do more kitchen streams as well, which is exciting because I really do like being in the kitchen, and then we get to benefit from having nice food, or at least me. Hi Georgie. Yesterday we did a fundraising stream, which was really amazing. We had so many of you guys donate, and I'm genuinely so appreciative. We managed to raise $1,280, which is huge, and some of you guys had some genuinely huge donations on top of that. So I just am blown away at how willing you are to give to a cause, not just obviously for the stream, but for this organization, Hope for the Day, and that was incredible. So thank you guys for banding together. I was saying this to the mods and also to the friends last night, is obviously the massive donations are what can go towards bigger projects for the organization, but those little donations still were so instrumental in keeping the stream going and being able to get more eyes on the stream because of that, rather than ending it in like an hour. So these, whatever people were able to give, whether that $5, whether that $50, you guys all contributed so much, and I'm really am so appreciative. So thanks for that. I have got the Spanish words up still, because for those who missed it, I'm going to Spain tomorrow, which is very exciting. So as soon as stream ends, I'm going to be packing. I still haven't packed because of my zoning out yesterday, so that's why it's not going to be a super long one. Basically make the cheesecake, put it in the fridge, pack, hope that the cheesecake is of decent consistency when the packing is done, and so I figured we may as well keep the words up. This will go directly to me. If there are donations, this will now go to me. So just to make that clear, don't feel obligated. It was more that because I already had this up, I thought it was cute because I'm going to Spain, and I even if we don't add to this, I don't actually know what size, because you guys said that it's the right way around. No, it would be this side, yeah. In Spain without the S, I hope not, but also I wouldn't put it past you. It's okay to not be okay. But anyway, I just thought it was cute, so even if you don't resub or donate, then I was like, we've learned all of these Spanish words, it feels inappropriate to not have it up still. So I'm happy here. Food should be free. You know what? I don't disagree. Anything else I want to update you guys on? Some of you may have missed the Rumi reveal yesterday. So that was really cool. And shout out to Rumi for being a good sport as well and feeling okay to share themselves with you. I prefer the bearded one. Where are they? There they are. I like it. It's got like the handlebars. And I'm going to Spain tomorrow. So the plan is to still do some streams while over there. Not necessarily IRL streams. I still haven't figured out the best way to do an IRL setup. So basically, I'll show you this new microphone. The new microphone just connects with the USB-C. And I've misplaced my like USB splitter. I literally looked all over the house for it yesterday and I couldn't find it. And so that's meant to be like an audio USB-C split. And I do not know where it is. But even if I did know where it is, I don't think I've got the cable to connect the little receiver to the phone anyhow. So I'm going to have to figure that out. I was thinking that maybe like today, I'm just gonna not charge the phone, and basically when it says 10% left, that's the okay guys, this is as far as the stream goes. So that way we can still have good audio. hopefully a couple hours of IRL streaming, but without all of the bells and whistles of trying to keep it connected for an indefinite period. So I thought if we did short and sweet streams, then hopefully that will be enjoyable nonetheless. And Rumi will be there for some muscle if required, but we are going to be more on the beach vibe, so I'm probably just going to be popping out to the beach and bringing you guys with me. Indefinite really is the word of the year. Is it? I didn't know that. I didn't pick up on that. Could also do short and salty streams while we will be by the sea. The sea. Which sea? We will see. But I will be in Basque country, so this is actually very appropriate to be doing this Basque cheesecake, and then I'll be going further south later on. I see. You guys adding to that, very good. The Spanish was also a perfect addition. Yeah, I'm just gonna. That's kind of it. Oh, and we do have some other exciting things. So watched the football last night, brought the sangria, which is very nice. And England lost. I don't care about football whatsoever. So I was just sitting there. Whenever someone was attempting goal, I was like, that was a good goal. Or like that was a good attempt or good save. And it didn't matter whose team who was doing the shots or anything, because I didn't care who won or lost. I was just like, damn, that's, oh wow, fancy footwork. Literally from whoever was displaying good footwork. But oh my gosh, people were bleak, I tell you, bleak. Ruby and we ran out of the house because we were like, we do not want to deal with this mood, basically. I'm well, Night Warrior. But the exciting news is that Spain is in the World Cup finals, and I will be in Spain when the final is happening. So I'm hoping, I think that even though I've never really been into football before, I think that it feels like it's a mandatory thing to go and go to a pub somewhere and watch the football, because I think that would be really potentially quite like spirited from the Spaniards. So that'll be something that I will have to do. So I'm assuming that football is just football. I need to learn goal maybe, and what was the ref thinking? These are things I think we should pick up in the vocab. Hey, see mama! I was going to say something witty and clever, so the cat came over and sat on my arm, and I have to type only with my left hand. It is rough. Also, see mama, I saw your comment. Yes, they do. Rumi does look very familiar, and I actually messaged the mods, and I was like, I was sad that see mama had to head to bed, because I thought that you might find it quite interesting to learn. I was like, it's sad that you didn't get to see the Rumi reveal live because you clocked it so early on, but nonetheless, so we can't be there for everything. The most wholesome reason for only typing with your left hand. Goodness gracious, BA. Ah, you've been missed. Okay, thank you, see mama. I'm very happy for me. Like I said yesterday, for those who missed the reveal as well, I was just talking a little bit about my anxiety. Honestly, I don't really owe an explanation. I think I enjoy giving explanations anyway. With new relationships, you're never really sure where they're going. And I was the one who decided that it would be like, if something were to happen, it's best to just keep that kind of stuff offline. But things are going well, as you can hopefully tell. And so, and especially going to Spain together, and potentially doing more IRLs, I was like, I don't want to have to try and make up a story of how this all comes together. So it's just easier to be like, here's what's going on, here's the situation. I'm a very happy girl. I feel very lucky. And I also feel very awkward, so I'm not very good with sentimentality and affirmations. But anyhow, the surprise twist at the end of the stream has me wanting a Sixth Sense montage of Kif Ruby clues. I have to watch 2026 a second time. So I think that the VODs I have personally, but I don't have them from South Africa available to watch. But there's definitely, I remember C Mama saying something like, "Ooh, I wonder who's Clem's dating? Rumi?" ? And I was like, So, and someone asked, a Kiwi man was like, "Oh, you were so coy when I asked about Kif," and I was like, Anyway, so thank you guys for being so supportive and being chill, being so chill. I know that I'm the one who was not chill, but thank you guys for being chill. I tried using my left hand, but I'm in love with my right. Yeah, I'm also right-handed, so I get it. Who's got the red string and the corkboard? No, there's nothing really to be said. I guess some of the stories, there would be some stories that I know that if you theoretically were to rewatch 2026, you'd pick up on it. So for example, I've spoken about how we've met. Mr. Mercedes, that's him himself. And then what was the other one that came to mind? Even just, I remember one time, this is probably TMI, but we were talking about one night stands, and I was like, yeah, I've never had one, and that was because things had been going well between us, basically. But yeah, it's just been good. So thank you guys for being chill, and you might see more of Rumi Kif. They don't mind either name, so you guys can just use whichever feels natural for you. If you watched in South Africa, that's why Kif would make sense, but Rumi makes sense over here as well. I have a one-night stand by my bed. I have two nightstands. I was so chill, I was asleep, exactly. Anyway, let's get the ingredients out. But yeah, thank you guys. Like, I really do feel like there is not so much like a weight off my shoulders. It's just nice to, like I said, I think, by the way, this was not the stuff that was causing my own mental health struggles. I want to make that clear, that Rumi does not cause any mental health struggles whatsoever. The stuff I was going through was quite separate, and I'm still kind of working through it. But my point is that thinking about Spain and organizing streams and potentially like because we're doing like a big family thing, which will be quite sweet, and popping off to stream and trying to explain like what the situation is of where I'm staying and whatnot. I was like, I don't want to make up a story. Like I do not have the capacity to try and work around this. It's been several months now, and I think that this is a perfectly good opportunity to share all of the information so that I don't have to have the anxiety while in Spain and overseas. Lying is hard. I don't know how people do it. I really don't. I am always someone who, if I am like, I'll omit information, I suppose, such as this, but lying itself, like it actually makes me sweat. I cannot do it. I married my last one night stand. Well, I'm sorry that you only had a one night stand and then never had anything happen again. That's how marriage works, right? No, I'm kidding. Happy that you are happy. Thank you. I'm glad you're happy. Thank you, Gordo. It's very difficult to find happiness these days with anybody. They always, have agendas and red flags and deal breakers. Yeah, exactly. So it's really nice to have met someone organically and have things go well. I was picturing Rumi as a brunette coffee, cute, and a serious professional with an RBF rolling your eyes when you're screaming in the attic. Oh, that's so sweet. And I guess if you watch 2026 back, I never use pronouns, so that's always something that I can be a bit of a giveaway as well. Hello, Waka Waka. It is indeed. Ooh, see, Mama. Well, I mean, that's only up to you to decide if you want to change that. And whoever would you want to change that with. Anyway, Regardless, let's get these ingredients. I'm not too fussed about how long this takes, because the only thing I need to do today is pack. And I need to film something for Hope for the day. And that's about it. But I figured that literally because I'm in the kitchen, that's what I'll do. I'll just say, like, we raise this amount of money, good for us. So although I don't expect to have a long stream, I'm not in a rush. So I'm just gonna go at our own pace. Preheat the oven. I wasn't sure what temp, so I was kind of guessing it. Cheesecakes don't often have baking involved. Well, some cheesecakes don't have them involved. It's just about setting it in the fridge. This is a Basque cheesecake because I'm going to Basque country, hence basking in the sun. And this one will require some baking, so that is why we need to preheat the oven. I'm only doing a half mix, and I also don't have a cake tin. So this could be a disaster. But you guys aren't eating it, so who cares? Cream cheese. Cream cheese is something that I wanted to complain about nice and early. So when I went to go buy some cream cheese, I was like, where the hell are the blocks of cream cheese? And what the heck is soft cheese? So these are the things where I actually find it more difficult to adjust to UK. It's not so much culture, UK differences is a good word, is when it's so similar to what you're used to, but one thing is slightly different. And so then it just kind of throws me. So for example, I'm gonna use this as an example. I think if we do this way, okay. Yeah. What would you call this? This is a genuine question. What would you call this when you're cooking? Will it be jiggly like a jelly? I think the inside's supposed to be, but this one shouldn't be very jiggly with how it's made, but I've never made it before. I noticed you're using they, them pronouns after introducing Rumi. Was that habit or are they correct pronouns? No. He, him are correct pronouns. They, them was me using it as a gender neutral term. Puree, paste, puree. So yeah, see, these are exactly what I wanted. So buzzing fly and sea mama are both from my side of the world. And we call this paste, like toothpaste. Yeah, tomato toothpaste. And so I went to go buy some tomato paste. As you can tell from Nine Fox and Sunbeam, they don't call it paste over here. They call it puree. But to me, puree is like a soup. And so, for example, if you imagine pureeing pumpkin, that is what puree is. This is not puree, this is paste. Paste and puree are different. US is paste. Okay, brilliant. Thank you, North Star, for your contributions as well. Yes, exactly, buzzing fly. And so I'm like, why would I get puree for like a pizza base and this tube, so I'm just gonna call it tomato tube from now on, is thick and concentrated and heavy with flavor. And so I use that for like bases and stuff. Like it is the same thing. But like you say, to me, puree is thin. It's basically, I don't have a tin tomato, but it's like tin tomatoes if the chopped up tomatoes inside that tin of tomatoes were blended into the juice as well. That to me is puree. And so the idea of getting tomato puree and putting that on my pizza base, I'm like, what? I may as well just pour a whole glass of milk on my pizza in that case. And so it just, these little things are what throw me more than completely different words, I suppose. No, not Greek yogurt. I'll be using cream cheese and cream for this one. Yeah, it's toothpaste, that's the one. Soggy pizza, that's what it feels like. Hey Jordan, welcome back. Hi. It's early afternoon over here. I just took it very, very easy this morning. And we're back in the kitchen because I didn't end up making the cheesecake yesterday. Uncanny puree. And so similarly, when I went to get cream cheese. So that was all preamble for the cream cheese. There's cream cheese spread that you'd put like on a bagel, and that's a little bit thinner because you want it to be easily spreadable. And then there's cream cheese that we'd use in baking. And that is so much more like thick and dense is probably the word to use. And usually when you are making like a cream cheese icing, I would get this dense version of cream cheese, and they come in blocks, usually about this big, and that doesn't exist in this country. And I was like, well, how am I supposed to make like a cheesecake or cream cheese icing? And so I was Googling, Reddit, of course, is where I ended up. And they said, just use anything that's from Philadelphia. And to be fair, I used to use Philadelphia cream cheese in Australia and New Zealand as well. But they only come in tubs, and this feels like such a waste because I'm just going to throw out this tub, and I'm also incredibly concerned of what's inside here because this feels like it is going to be spread rather than dense baking cream cheese. So I am very nervous, and exactly that, see mama, the denser stuff is cheaper by weight because it's not created like this. So I'm very nervous that this is going to be the wrong type of cream cheese, but that's all I can get in just a regular supermarket. Maybe if I go to a market or a specialized place, I'd find what I'm looking for. But Reddit assures me that anything that has Philadelphia on it will be fine. Thank you so much, Barton, for the follow. We'll find out. And I'm sure that my New Zealanders will agree with me. I am convinced that New Zealand is baking country of the world. That is such like a strong statement, but it is so ingrained in our culture in a way that other people are like, oh yeah, like grandma bakes. No. New Zealanders, everyone bakes. Everyone bakes. If you go to the cafes, it's baking. The dairy, like there's so much baking in the culture, which is also why I think that New Zealanders are the ones who made the pavlova. But also just Edmund's cookbook. Not everyone will know what I'm talking about, but the New Zealanders do. And that is why I feel like maybe it's a bias, but that's why I feel like I'm more critical and particular about things, because even though I don't consider myself as I was going to say something about master baker, but yeah, that's fine. I'm a master baker. I still know the basics, and this is not for baking cream cheese. And you can also see this in terms of the stuff that you buy at the supermarket. So for example, if I want to buy baking powder in New Zealand, I can buy that in so many sizes, whereas in Australia, like it's literally this big, and I'm like, sure, it might not need so much baking powder if you're not baking a lot. But that in itself is my point and is my proof, is that New Zealanders bake so much that you can get a massive wad of baking powder because they're expecting you to actually use it. And then this is another example. This is terrible. This is terrible for using as cream cheese in baking, because this is not made for baking. So that to me says that, in Australia, I'll give it to them, and in America as well, is that they have items that are ready for baking. What is this? Anyway, that's my rant. That's my rant. Don't sell yourself short. I think you're a master baker. Thank you. I didn't know that people knew that about me. I'm an outlier. I don't bake, but my mom and both sisters bake. Like, it's the easiest thing in the world. Yep, my cousins, and also it's not gender exclusive is the other thing that I love about New Zealand. I feel like the stereotype is grandma bakes in pretty much all countries, right? Grandma bakes, grandma cooks. Like, that is a very common stereotype. Has the music Has it ended on your end? I'll have a look. If maybe it just needs to be skipped. I'm making a cheesecake fit. In answer to your question. Yeah, who killed the DJ? What's going on there? But I'll go check that shortly. Okay, it isn't just me. I actually have the Bluetooth speaker so that I can pay more close attention to this stuff. There we go, 0. But that's my point. That stereotype is grandma does all of these things. But in New Zealand, I feel like a lot of people will have dabbled in baking. I don't. This I will say is anecdotal. Is I feel like as kids we would do baking for mums for Mother's Day, and so you learn young. Is my point. Do you watch any sports? No, I don't watch any sports. Like literally nothing. I've been watching the World Cup through association. And I can talk about this now as well, is I probably will have to go watch some rugby games now. As a New Zealander, I'm supposed to be super into rugby. I'm not. But now I am living with a South African. It just comes with the territory, right? We have to be rivals now. And you have to have some competitiveness, and so now I have to be super into rugby apparently. So that I think is going to make me start talking about rugby games. Ah, no way! There we go, Jordan. Lekker, man. That's very lekker. So I went to South Africa earlier in the year to meet Rumi's friends and family. And also see South Africa. So now I am learning a lot more about South African culture, which is very exciting. And exactly like you say, we are rivals. We went to on the weekend. We went to a pub. Well, I say we went to a pub. I was playing Pokemon Go, and I wanted to go for a walk, and so Rumi was like, okay, well, I'll come with you if we can end up at this pub so that I can watch South Africa, Scotland. So I watched South Africa, Scotland recently, and I will say that I love Scotland's uniforms. They were very fun. No, not married. No, thank you. Thank you, Fit. I do love my apron as well. New Zealand produces most of the dairy products, and that is a good point, is we do have a lot of dairy. So of course we make a lot of bacon. La la la. No bricks, blood standing up. What's the deal with soft cheese? Yeah, we're making our comedy debut with a real experience. I loved it. I actually might go back to South Africa. See, these are other things that I can talk about a little bit more openly about. Is I might go back to South Africa in October. Rumi has a friend who's got a milestone birthday, and so they were thinking of going back then. And I will actually be in New Zealand, so I thought maybe I'll do a detour back there as well. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, John, I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased. So, and also, if you teach me anything from South Africa, so any of the languages or the culture that I can bring to Rumi, then they will be impressed and I will get brownie points. So this is a two-way street. I'm gonna go fix the music. I'll be right back. But you guys can still hear me. And so I won't take very long. Actually, this is a good point, as I do wonder if because yesterday I had the receiver up here connected to the PC, but this time the receiver is down in the kitchen. And so I wonder if we'll have the same issue where it starts to crackle from this point. So it looks like you can hear me, but maybe it's not very good. South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, you have common origin. So they're all a part of the Commonwealth. So there is some British connection. I, for one, am not really, I have so, I wouldn't call myself of British descent like others would. Music. Ah, yeah, the playlist had ended. So I think we just need to refresh it. Refresh. We can hear you. Oh, brilliant. Well, that's good to know. Oh, yes, the biltong. So I'm a vegetarian, and but that is something that I have heard talked about a lot, is the biltong. I have yet to try it. I think, yeah, cool. That's all restarted now. Yay, very good. In my youth, I was known to be baked quite often. You won't be the only person in that regard, Gordo. Cool, cool, cool. Okie dokie. Now let's actually get the ingredients. I keep on saying that. Ah, yes, the music is indeed playing. Very nice indeed. Okie dokie. So, where are my ingredients? Cream cheese, eggs, sugar. This one just says sugar, but I am going to use pasta sugar specifically because, like I said, I know the basics. Flour. That one should be fine with plain flour. Someone has not been baking. That is hard as heck. And then some heavy cream. This is another thing where it's actually more of an American situation because a lot of recipes online use American wording. And so heavy cream, double cream, thick cream, like all of these terms, I always have to double check what the country that I'm in calls it. See, I'm excited to see what the cake comes out to. I love baking, very nice. I make pancakes very often. Yes, yeah, I can't think of, what did I have in terms of cuisine? I did a vegetarian babouti. That was very tasty. What other things? I can't think of anything. Yeah, so that's all I got off the top of my head. I love the New Zealand team even more. I love it. Okay, so let's have a look. Afternoon, Ian. How you going? There it is. Okay, so we preheat the oven. I don't have an electric mixer, so we're just gonna use a whisk. We're just gonna try and do this as best we can. And then in terms of what we put it in, I don't have a springform tin, so we can either use a bread loaf or a cupcake tray. I was actually considering doing the cupcake tray because I thought it was a muffin tray, but now that I see it as a cupcake tray, I think that's going to be too small. I don't know who that is, Amelie, but hi. So I think I have to use the loaf, which will mean that it won't necessarily bake very evenly, but it will be good for slicing if it turns out okay. So yeah. What are you making now? So I'm making a Basque cheesecake. So the difference with a Basque cheesecake versus a regular cheesecake is that it doesn't have a base. So a lot of cheesecakes will have this biscuit base. This one is basically just the top of a cheesecake. So it's meant to be very decadent, essentially. But this could go awfully wrong. And apparently, this is one of Rumi's favorite types of cheesecakes. So he is not very excited for this because he doesn't think it's going to turn out very well. Ye of little faith is what I say. I need to get my nose pulverized because every goddamn morning I wake up with huge blood stains. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I wonder what's causing that. Allergies. Yeah, I wouldn't know what would cause that. Some sort of sinus infection, maybe. Hopefully you can get it looked at and checked and sorted. Oh, South Africa is we're so high on our meats. Yeah, exactly. So, but I will say that I actually didn't have much of an issue. I didn't have any issue whatsoever when I was going to restaurants or what do you call them? Wine farms. I had no troubles. So we were on the Western Cape out near Somerset West. And so I'm very much looking forward to going back to Morganster, which were known for their olives. They were so tasty. I've never had a tastier olive in my life. But yeah, I actually had no troubles when I was there whatsoever. Any cafe I went to, like if I wanted brunch, there were vegetarian options because I'm not vegan is the other thing. I think that if one is vegan, it becomes a lot harder. You should make it banana bread. I mean, this is perfect for banana bread, so you are absolutely correct. But maybe we'll just have to do more kitchen streams in the future. Oh, you might have to get a new pillowcase in the meantime, maybe, before it gets sorted out. Yeah, I like the biscuit base too, but we'll see how it goes. I know a friend that lives in Somerset West. Oh my gosh! I don't know any streamers though, so I won't know them. Henrico, maybe I can check them out. If I go back to Somerset West, I can hit them up. Yeah. So this is also why I can make this, because I can eat dairy. Now, I am so nervous about this. I mean, it's basically like sour cream. Oh yeah, that's the other thing, is they call them soft cheese. This literally says soft cheese somewhere. And then I didn't trust if it was soft cheese. Full fat soft cheese. So for some reason they call it all soft cheese over here. But nonetheless. Yeah, it just doesn't sound right. I like a soft cheese, I think of a brie or a camembert. Or camembert, I don't really know how to pronounce it. So soft cheese is an umbrella term to me, not cream cheese. Cream cheese is very specific. It does smell like sour cream. And I think there are a lot of cheesecake recipes that use sour cream. So it smells okay. But still, I'm gonna have to have this whole tub just thrown out. It just feels wasteful. Combine in a large bowl. How much? The problem is that the bowl was in the gazpacho, but sorry, the gazpacho is in a large bowl, so I think I will have to use this. Yeah, that should be fine, I'm sure. Hopefully this will just smack it. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Brilliant. Brilliant. This is excellent. 200 grams of sugar. Okay, I should be fine now. Hey, Angela. Hello, hello. Hi. It is good to see you again. Thank you so much for popping in yesterday. We're following up with the cheesecake that I didn't make because it was just getting a little bit long and I was getting a bit tired. But this is actually very simple, especially if you have an electric beater. You basically just put everything in a bowl and then you beat it. I'm excited. Well, I'm excited that you're here. Thank you so much for popping by. Lekker. Oh, sorry, Jordan. Hi, Jordan. Oh, that's cute. We got two Jordans. Yeah, so we've got the YouTube chat and then the Twitch chat. This is meant to only have 100 grams. Oh, 150. So I'm doing a half mixture for this cheesecake because I'm going away, and also to be honest, even this is the biggest gripe that I have about baking. is it makes too much. And I don't have enough people. This is just cream, by the way. I will need a spoon. That's what I was trying to avoid. So this is meant to be thick cream, so I'm a little bit concerned about how runny that was, but I will blame the heat maybe. Anyhow, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so I'm doing a half mixture, and so when it comes to baking, it always makes these massive, massive things, and I'm like, I can't eat all of this myself. Well, I could. But also, I don't have enough people to give this to. It's fine. And then, so I prefer smaller recipes because I think that it's nicer to just have a treat rather than a massive cake that will last us how long? Oh gosh, this is old sugar. This will be interesting and very hard to whisk. Whiskey business. So I'm putting 200 grams. That is gonna be a pain to try and whisk. This is lumpy. The whole thing about caster sugar is it's meant to be super light, but this must have been sitting down there for a while. 200 grams, perfect. You could keep it for later. So I shouldn't be making too much. I'm actually going to give this to Rumi's brother because he is very excited about cheesecake. And the fact that I didn't bring any over after, for the football yesterday, he was very disappointed in me. So at least I've got them now, so I can potentially make stuff like on stream or even just for myself. And then bring it over there. That's what I need. But even so, it's surprising to have flour in here, to be honest. Even so, I don't know. I like having, I would like to see more singular baking options maybe, where it's like just baking for one, for just a little treat when you want it. But I do know some people will do like cookie dough and then freeze cookie dough. And so I think that's a good example. Yeah, I suppose I could just pass some around the neighborhood, maybe make some friends with the neighbors. We've got a couple Jordans in the community, admittedly, but they just turn up when they are. What does this one mean, Captain? Do I dare say it? You see, House of 4 making big batches is easier and so nice. Yeah, exactly. So I think that if I am making a bunch of baking, that at least I can bring it over to Rumi's fam, so that's not so bad. Stop! And then we will use, I think we just chuck it in, hey? It's literally just whisk it until it's smooth and creamy. Put it in a, so the baking paper is to make it easier to pull out. You can use a smaller pan for a higher cheesecake. That's not really relevant. Bake on the center rack for 35 to 50 minutes. That's a long time difference. That is very generous time difference. 15 whole minutes. Okay, so they say that they bake it for around 40 minutes if it isn't burnt enough on the top, because it's meant to have this burnt look on the top. And then they turn up the heat. Oh gosh. What are we so sad about? When the cake is brown and almost burnt looking, turn the oven off. The center shouldn't be completely set and it will wiggle a lot like Jell-O. and then cool it gradually, and after an hour, put it in the fridge. So it's really, really simple. Hey, Sean. I just throw it all in whisk. Yes, I mean, that's exactly what this is. Am I ass getting in here after 9 realizing my VPN was still turned on, go to turn it off and end up doom scrolling? Well, thank you for remembering about us in the end. I do appreciate that. Okay. Whatever. Egg kraken. And so I'm trying to, one of the other reasons I'm making this is because I'm trying to use up all of the ingredients in the fridge because we'll be gone for a little bit. So I think I've got dinner sorted tonight. We've still got some gazpacho. Thank goodness Rumi likes the gazpacho. When I was at the football last night, I'm going to call her Bella. Bella is Rumi's sister-in-law. I am obsessed with her. I think she's absolutely fantastic. I really, really do like her a lot. So, Bella, she likened gazpacho. She said, "Do you like Bloody Marys and other tomato juice drinks?" And I said no. And she's like, "Well, of course you wouldn't like gazpacho." And I went, "Oh." So that was pretty much the end of that conversation. But it makes a lot of sense. And so now that I have that point of reference, I was like, yeah, of course I don't like the gazpacho. It's just like tomato juice and some. So it's fun. I had another spoonful this morning. And it honestly is fine to an extent. It's definitely a like a have it with bread situation. I think a really nice baguette and dipping the baguette in it would go down really nicely. But even so, it's not something that I'm like, oh, I love gazpacho. I'm going to make it again. Gonna add that as a little appetizer, freeze it, or any of that. Hi, Glow! Officially streaks, nice. Out of channel points, thank goodness. When I bake, I just throw it all in. Oh, we read this one before, my bad. What if you heat it up? Well, I think that's why with some bread, even if it's cold, it's tolerable. Because it is just like a tomato soup. I'm more of a pumpkin soup kind of girl rather than tomato soup. So it's fine. But it's not, like, it's fine. It's fine. I don't eat tomato soup. So therefore, I wouldn't really eat gazpacho, you know? Hi, Frank. Good to see you. I'm so sorry to hear you in hospital, though. But congratulations on getting out. Hopefully you have made a full, or if you haven't made a full recovery, that you'll be okay on your own now. Just take it easy, of course. Look after yourself. And I hope you don't have to go back to work too soon. No, Bella is not her real name. I have a so when I make up fake names for people, it's like word association. There's a very specific reason why I call her Bella. One, because she's beautiful, obviously. But that's not why I've given her that name. But it makes it go, okay, when I'm talking about this person, how does that relate to their fake name? There's this word association there. Was there football last night? Yes, yep. So it's Sean. I should have seen who asked that question. You cheeky bastard. She really likes Twilight. Yeah, that's exactly it. No, the mods, maybe I'll tell you in the mod chat what's going on. What do you guys think about the size of chat, by the way? Is everything okay? Because if we do future kitchen streams, this will disappear. And so, but otherwise, if you guys are happy with the setup, I think that I would quite happily continue to do this in the future. We are, it's good, awesome. We're about to hit an ad break. So I will wait to pour this before that, so you guys don't miss any potential slip ups. Maybe I'll just clean up. Looks fine. Okay, cool. It's just always nice to have a second opinion. But thank you very much for supporting the channel as a free and easy way to do so, and I very much appreciate it. We'll see you on the other side. Can I get a refund? No, definitely not. No body shaming. Sorry, guys. Sorry. But yeah, I try to do the like full screen like I do when I'm up in the attic. But I think because it gets so busy, it just looks weird. But I think I'm pretty happy with the kitchen stream like angle and setup. I know that there are a lot of people who have multiple cameras and whatnot. I actually did think about using Bella's kitchen because they have, oh my gosh, their kitchen is stunning. They have like an island, and so that's where I can do all of the chopping. The only thing is that the oven is behind me and the stovetop is behind me anyway. So I actually think this works out well because you can see what I'm doing from that angle. I've never seen Twilight. It's one of those ones where it's so the first one, it's gotten to the point where it's so bad that it's funny bad or fun bad. But I would not recommend going to see it. It is it is definitely not one that is needed to be watched. Yeah, I think it works well. Hey, I think it works very well. We do all of the preparation, we take stuff off the stovetop, you can see the stove stuff. I think it would just be if I did massive like 4-course meals or something, and I don't think I'll be doing that anytime soon. Welcome back. And the oven, I can't even see what's going on in the oven. Yeah, I think it works. And so I'm really glad that I've been able to find something that works. And so I am kind of tempted to just leave the tripod there because it's in such a good spot, but I'm sure that I can figure it out. I've always avoided it as vampires should be dark and brooding, not sparkling. What do you mean? If you watch Twilight, they're totally dark and brooding. That's exactly what it is. I will say though, New Moon is unironically kind of good. So I haven't watched Breaking Dawn Part 1 or 2 at all. I've read all of the books because if you consider when they came out, I was the target demographic. That was literally, I was a tween when they came out. I was a part of that target audience. So I do know everything that happens. I did read the books. But when the movies came out, I watched the first one, I watched the second one, and then I didn't watch the third one in theaters. It took me ages before I watched that. And then I never watched the Breaking Dawn. Did I watch the first part? No, I don't think I've even watched the first part. So I haven't watched the final 2 movies, but last year I decided on a day where I couldn't sleep, or a night I couldn't sleep, that I would go and watch them. And so I watched Twilight, and it was quite funny because, like I said, it's fun bad. And then New Moon, I genuinely thought was actually kind of decent. They changed the color grading, they changed the style, and a lot of it is about Bella's depression and Jacob kind of helping her through that. They have this one scene that I actually think is very well done in terms of what depression looks like, and I don't even mean that unironically. Oh, sorry, I don't mean that ironically. I do mean it unironically. And then the third one is where they just start leaning into all of the memes. And so there's like a scene where Jacob is like, I'm hotter than you. And it's so stupid. And so then it becomes like fun bad again because you're just smacking your head. But I don't think I can make it to Breaking Dawn. I really don't. I'm not convinced that they'll be at fun bad like the others are. My new favorite blooper reels are Robert Pattinson struggling to keep a straight face during his lines of Twilight. Yeah, you could tell that he hated that whole series, eh? But he and Kristen Stewart have done well to try and come out from all of that, I think. Just using the opportunity to tidy up a little bit. Recycling, and all the eggs are done. That's awesome. That's actually come out very cleanly, so I'm just going to chuck those straight into the Recycling. And that one will need a little clean. Those we can just chuck in jar. I have to chastise Rumi because although they have lived here for who knows how long, there is a correct way to pack the dishwasher. And it's taken me months and months and months to learn, but I have now learned. And they are doing it wrong. I'm gonna die on this hill. I think that Robert Pattinson film could top The Dark Knight because The Batman is stronger entry than Batman Begins, and I love the Nolan trilogy, so don't say that. Like, I liked The Batman. I think what I didn't like is Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne. I think, in fact, do I like anyone's Bruce Wayne? I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to think about it some more. But I feel like that's where a lot of the writers, actors, and directors start to fall short, is getting the perfect blend of Batman and Bruce Wayne. Oh, I do have a Bruce Wayne that I like. Gotham, the TV series. The kid in that, I genuinely thought was such a great Bruce, not only when literally his parents die, but as he grows up and he starts becoming a bratty teen and old enough to kind of start like schmoozing some of the girls his age. It really felt like a good representation of a bratty, rich, traumatized kid. So that's probably the only Bruce Wayne that I like. I haven't seen Adam West's Bruce Wayne, so I can't speak for that one. I'm still up, but now the stakes are even higher. This is a cheesecake. Welcome home cakes, exactly. So I'm making a Basque cheesecake, which is basically a cheesecake with no biscuit base, and then it burns on the top. Oh, you liked it too? Yeah, I thought it was good. Bruce Wayne is a billionaire playboy. I don't think we're supposed to like him. And I think that there is a part of the playboy aspect that you can argue is a mask in itself to try and make Batman not seem like Bruce Wayne, because if he always has an alibi with the ladies that he's with, then that's a very good thing to have that alibi. However, I think the reason why I would disagree with that is because he's also meant to be this like charitable philanthropist, and I guess you could say that billionaires are philanthropists because of tax rather than because of kindness and generosity. But I think that's what I would say is missing, is this he is a... I think for me, and this is as someone who hasn't read the comics, so take it with a grain of salt, and I'm very happy to be corrected, but how I look at Bruce Wayne is also as a hero. So yes, we know him as Batman, so there can be some of that connection, but I think that the citizens of Gotham, a lot of people see him also as a hero because of his desire to do good. And that's why he can get all the ladies, other than his wealth as well. And then he can get criticism in that because people will always be critical, I suppose. And I think that in the movies that I have seen, because I haven't seen them all, I haven't seen that portrayal as much. It is more of the billionaire philanthropy rather than the wanting to do good for people. It's so deliberate that Bruce Wayne is bad. He is Batman. Batman's his identity. Oh, that's a nice way of looking at it. Yeah, so he is Batman. Gotcha. I'm Batman. But Bruce Wayne is the mask. He doesn't know how to play Bruce Wayne. Okay, I kind of like that. Yeah, I think that's going to be the big point of the second film, him playing up that persona. So the first film is year one Batman. He's essentially only Batman in his mind, and I'm excited for the second. And where I was leading with that with Robert Pattinson is there is like no Bruce Wayne whatsoever. He's just like sullen nothing. So I would be curious to see where it goes, and I will watch it for sure. Hi, Naro. A 6th grader in her first cooking class. I'll take it. Hi, Crispy. Not getting the Ben Affleck direction. Oh, I didn't watch Ben Affleck's one either. I haven't watched any of the Snyderverse. Him in Arkham Prison essentially fighting through it like the movie The Raid is an absolute crime. Him versus Joe Manganiello's Deathstroke would have been peak, you reckon? Yeah, I don't know enough about it to have opinions there. Okay, let's pour the cheesecake in. So you can see it is very goopy. And then hopefully it firms up. But a lot of that firming up will actually... Ooh. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. All of it, baby. A lot of that firming up will be in when it cools down and outside of the oven. And also, I want to remind people that this is a half mix. So how big is this cake meant to be? My goodness gracious. I know that I'm not using a circular tin for this, but even if it was, like, this in itself is a decent size. I do like how little dishes this has made. Not happy with that. It's all just liquid, so I'm kind of hoping that I can push it around. I was just concerned that the paper was a bit low on that side. That side's fine. Oh. How badly can it go, really? It's truly... Yeah, maybe if I kind of do that. Oh, I just stuck my hand in egg. I think that's fine. There's a potential. I don't think it should rise. There's nothing in it that would make it rise. It should just cook and firm and that be it. Here's a giant mug. And probably, honestly, that would be such a good, like if we make if we spoon it into the mugs, if these were oven proof, then that would be a really good size, because then you have an extra large cheesecake. But in the mug, I like that. It's fine. Yeah, look, if it spills, so be it. I'll just have to clean up. How big is a cake meant to be? Giggity. I'm a big Snyder man, but not in the detriment of other properties. I enjoy each thing as much as I can, but my god, I love Man of Steel. There we go. Batman vs Superman and Justice League. Hell yeah. I didn't watch any of them. My Henry Cavill is from Man from Uncle. And that's it. This is also why I didn't think we would take long, and why I was considering doing it last night, but I was just so knackered. And it was less so about how easy and quickly it would be to put in the oven. It's the fact that it would now take 35-50 minutes and then also be in the fridge. But that's it. That's done. Yeah, I could have put it in a pan, and sometimes for things that I am concerned about spilling, I do exactly that. But this oven needs a bit of a clean anyway, so I'll just clean the oven if I need to. Been so long since I made a mug cake. I love mug cakes! Probably because I haven't owned a usable flour for several years. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you can change it. It's a nice oven. Yeah, it does its job. You're gonna leave it like you did the dishes, yeah, for several weeks while I'm in Spain. Okay, I'm just trying to think where I want to be based, because we have basically until, let's say, 40 minutes. Let's say, yeah. I think that even if it's not round, I would still do 40 minutes. So do I go upstairs or do I just chill here? What do you guys reckon? How much sugar did you use? 200 grams. But that won't be like, you're not eating the whole thing, so you'd have to divide it with how much it is. I think I'll just get a chair and then we'll just chill down here because it'll be easier than trying to swap things over. Where is said chair? Ooh, where is said chair? Where is said chair? I'll just have to get the dining chair, I guess. There's like a little wooden chair that usually is around somewhere. But, oh, too late. I got the dining chair instead. I was just handed a wooden chair, but I already had the dining chair. Okay. Yeah. It was just more a question of whether I go upstairs or just hang out down here, and I'm happy to hang out down here. Do I want anything else? I've already had 2 cups of tea, so I don't feel like I need another cup of tea. I've got gazpacho. Ow! My nail! I got raspberries. Do I need to cook anything? I got a few things that I will chop up and freeze, but I'm happy to do that later. I think I'd rather focus on packing. Can I get a glass of milk? Not really. There's not really enough milk for a whole glass, sorry. I'm getting told off by the principal for burning down the home egg cooking tech school. Oh my gosh, I think I need you guys a little bit closer. Oh gosh, I will hydrate very shortly, thank you. Ella! That is so loud. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That is so noisy. Yeah, shut up, Milk. That's the one. Hello!
Hi, Clara.
That was such a surprise. Thank you, Enlog. I hope you've been well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do you have any Spanish words you want to teach us? Yeah, that was super, super noisy. I'm so sorry. I have yet to balance everything. My bad. Enlog's here! I hope you've been well, Enlog. We've just been doing some kitchen streams recently. But yesterday, stream went on a bit long, so I've saved the cheesecake till now. And so we're literally just sitting in the kitchen until it's done. Ooh, claro que sí. Claro que sí. Que is what, right? Claro. What would claro mean? That's so cool that you actually know some Spanish, though. Can you please translate for us? Forgetting the most basic principle of thermodynamics: when you heat something up, the volume increases. Ah, never mind. Whoopsies. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Obviously, maybe? Claro, like clear? What is that? Maybe? Claro being that? Yeah, you guys are a little bit small. Let's see if I can... Ah, yeah, there we go. Of course! That's so cute! Okay, let me get that one in. Where is our Spanish? I think I may have accidentally closed it. You are not connected to the internet. Apparently. Bring me back! I think sometimes this disconnects rather than the stream disconnecting. So that is something to keep in mind for the kitchen. Okay, so we have our things. Thank you so much, Enlock. It's really good to see you. Obviously, if you need to run, then run. Yeah, we're just, welcome to my kitchen. We've been doing some kitchen streams, and I've been really enjoying them. Whee! Sweet! Hey, Cactus John. So what was this? Claro que sí. Of course. Claro que And then it's got, which way is that accent? The other way. So one way is an accent. What is the other way? Because they can't both be accents, surely. Claro. And so that means, of course, claro. I guess that is claro, claro. Of course. Cute. I love that. Thank you so much. Yeah, it looks like my laptop keeps on disconnecting, which is not really a surprise. The internet's not really, doesn't really reach here. So as long as the phone is connected, then I'll just keep talking until I can see you guys again. But if I missed any messages, you'll know why. There we go. That really hurt my nail. I went to open the fridge and the door got caught under my nails because they've gotten really long. Basically, I don't cut my nails until one of them breaks. That's essentially my method. But my nails also grow relatively fast, and they haven't broken yet, and so they're just kind of looking somewhat witchy as well. I learned Spanish throughout middle school and high school too. I'm not as fluent as I used to be, but I still remember quite a bit. That's so cool. I love that. I hopefully will pick up on some words when I'm there on the weekend, which will be so much fun. You know what I probably should do is just literally clean this bowl. So I'll up this away for a tick. Why are you being so stubborn? Oh yeah, what are other words that I need to, that a staple? So we have hello, please, thank you, yes, no, help, we now have, bathroom we now have. What else is usually, oh yeah, is it hablo inglés? Hablo is like language, right? And then I don't read, my pronunciation is terrible, but hopefully people will pick it on. Oh, it's not? So I always thought no hablo español was no Spanish, but I guess I was wrong. So how would one say, like, do you speak English? Oh, hablo, I speak. Okay, my bad. That makes more sense. So, hablo, can I just say hablo inglés? They probably would they'd probably understand through context what I am saying. But what would be the correct way of saying, do you speak English? Hablas inglés. Brilliant. Influencers. I think a quarter of a liter teacup is just excellent for morning coffee. I agree. Okay. Quisiera una cerveza, por favor. So that is something, a beer, please. I know cerveza. I learned cerveza as an important one, but I don't know quisiera. Hablas for you speak. Okay. Yes, see, Mama, that's exactly why I'm not so concerned. That as soon as I struggle, and if I say English, they will already know what's going on. Cerveza was a priority, obviously. Hablamos. Cute. Well, thank you for asking, Bo. I'll be in San Sebastian is where I will be for that one. We might head out to Bilbao. But the accommodation is in San Sebastian. So I'm looking forward to basking in the sun. I don't really know how a Basque cheesecake really came to be. Maybe just laziness? I can't be bothered doing a biscuit base. I just want the cheesecake part of the cheesecake. Oh, this is so good. I will say, if this turns out well, either I'll get a better cheesecake holder, and make more cheesecake, or get like a muffin tray or something. Because this has got so few ingredients and so few dishes that maybe I would be willing to do this somewhat frequently. It's so simple, assuming that it turns out okay. That's the only caveat, is will it taste all right? It's just cream and cream cheese and sugar, so I can't imagine it being bad. It's just getting the consistency and texture right is going to be the hardest part of it all. Cool. And then I probably should wash that a little bit better. Sorry, you guys are... there we go. I'll angle you a bit better. I recommend doing something that demonstrates you are a Kiwi, because I can imagine Spanish holiday spots don't appreciate the British. Yeah, that's a good point. So maybe I'm from New Zealand or something. Ah, that's so cool, Bo. Spanish verbs have a list of different conjugations depending on the subject. I would understand a little bit of that from German at least. So thank you very much for sharing. I've always wanted to learn Basque, but it's practically impossible. And so that is actually something that I only learned recently, how the Spanish dialects differ, like Catalan and Valencia. Yeah, and just all of these things. It makes sense when you think about all of the English dialects, but not something I've had to think about with the Spanish, I guess. It's quite interesting if you want to understand languages. There are these weird logicals. So, for example, the word porta. You would ask, what the hell is that? But you can derive the word portal, and it means passage, and you get a door from it. Hell yeah, I love that. Either Basque or Afrikaans. Well, Rumi can teach you some Afrikaans. They are not fluent, but I think it's similar to my German. It's one of those situations where they know way more than they think that they know. So I don't consider myself fluent in German either, but it's still can know stuff. Oh, it's not even a Spanish dialect. Never mind then. You're fluent! Oh my god, that's so cool, Captain! What the heck? That's awesome. So feel free to teach us some. If you need help with Afrikaans, yeah, you guys seem to have it. That's awesome. I already know Dutch, so a hop, skip, and a jump from there. But sometimes that can make it harder because you are hearing all of these parallels, and so it's hard to kind of figure out which is which. Yes, of course. Thank you so much, Enlock. Always love your little drive-bys. It's genuinely such a pleasure every time we get to catch up with you. All the best for all the things you need to take care of, and hopefully this cheesecake turns out all right. I wish I could share with you guys. That'd be so good. The sunshine still have maybe a little bit more. There we go. I love cleaning as I go. Okay. I've stained this board with some of the tomato-y stuff. Rumi was oopsies. That was a bit of a disaster. Rumi was very, very happy with all of the food though. At first I thought he was just hungry, but he does seem to be genuinely pleased with how everything turned out. So that's awesome. It's nice to know that I will have someone willing to eat the food that I make. Dutch sounds like drunk Afrikaans. I thought Dutch sounds like drunk German, and then Afrikaans sounds like drunk Dutch. But anyway, I guess it depends which one you know first, hey? Send it through the internet, done. Basque is basically linguistically different from both Spanish and French, and then that makes sense with the word like you as well. I feel like, well, it is close to French border, so maybe that's why there's some influence there too. Yeah, cool. I take offense, good. I can imagine having learned Dutch after German, the trick will be remembering the differences. Yeah, that's how it feels from what little I know. How long do we have? We still have 24 minutes-ish. Afrikaans sounds lovely. I genuinely, I genuinely agree with you. However, I will say that trying to say it, I don't make it sound lovely whatsoever. But when people are yapping away, it's quite sweet. It's basically the only non-Indo-European or Finno-Ugric language. I'm not familiar with that one. The only completely native European language left. That's awesome. What the heck? Wait till I teach you the swear words. I know that I can't actually remember what the word was, but some of the biggest streamers on out there were in Cape Town. Apparently there's some movie that's being filmed there, so a bunch of streamers got can I say enlisted? They employed anyway, they're working on this movie, and I can't remember, sorry, Captain. But I'm talking like Extra Emily and Valkyrie, for example. And someone came up to them and said, say this word, it means like, I love you or something. And so Extra Emily fully just repeated it. And then they obviously walk away chuckling. And so I asked Rumi, what does it mean? And they went, do not say that. Don't say that. That is like, it's like worse than the C word, basically. Hi, Willie. But I cannot remember what it was. Yeah, that one, Jordan. That's the one. So, yeah, you saw the clip? That's exactly it. Yeah. Your mother's, exactly. So they certainly got them with that one, hey. Oh well. It's the thing is that Extra Emily is too large of a streamer to have not done that purposefully, you know. Anyone who tells you to say anything, you already know, especially someone in her position who's been doing it for ages, you already know that it's probably going to be something nasty. I know that at my size, and so it is very intentional to ignorantly, like it's calculated, it's feigning ignorance. South Africans aren't scared to take advantage of people trying to learn. Where can I find this clip? I would have no idea. So it would have been, I don't know if it would have been Extra Emily's stream or Valkyrie Ray's stream. I can't remember who was streaming at the time. But I'm sure if you look up either of them and then maybe South Africa and then clips, then you'll likely find it, but I don't know what they would have been exactly called. And it may not have done so many rounds unless you were South African yourself, because people wouldn't know what it means. But I also think that it's one of those things where you can feign ignorance in a way, because it's like, what? I didn't know what that said. Like, they told me it means I love you. But at the same time, if someone were to say, hey, say this, and then you find out it's like the N word, you should just know better, I think. I think that it is willful ignorance, basically. How long left on the cake? 20 minutes. So I'm gonna be here for a while. So we're gonna have to find 20 minutes of things to talk about, basically. What I can say, I got my new suitcase. So for those who were here a few days ago, I was talking about my broken suitcases. So I did get a new one. It's a little bit wider than I thought, but I think it will do the trick. I can show you. Not that it matters, but I'll show you anyway, just because it gives me an excuse to move around. Where is my suitcase? There it is. Like, like. Ta-da! Oh, ow. It's a little bit bigger than I thought it was gonna be, but it should get me through. Ta-da! I like the color. It's very cute and very sweet. So, like I said, a little bit of a chunky boy, but I think for 4 weeks, or when I go to New Zealand, and especially when I am going to be on long haul trips, I think it'll do me fine. Amazing suitcase. Yes, it should hold 23. Let me have a look at this. Sorry, AutoMod just held something. The sad thing for learning new languages here, coffee in Norwegian. Yeah, it sounds like the N word exactly. And that's the thing is, there are a lot of languages that still use the older N word for the color black, for example. And so it is literally in the vocab, and so just that. I guess when you're learning new languages, it is that understanding that some language and some culture doesn't necessarily cross over. When I was in South Africa, a lot of people would talk about the colored people, and I was like, sorry, but that is normal language in South Africa, whereas in America that is quite a dated term, and in South Africa that's referring very specifically to more browner tones or tan tones than black South Africans. And so it's just recognizing and having the understanding of other cultures too. Yes, exactly right, Gnarl. I won't let the auto mod accept the word, because that can cause a spillover effect. But you are correct on that word. I think like there are rivers and stuff that translate to like Black River, and so you got that. It means coffee. Oh, really? Yeah, that just looks like coffee. Oh, but then that would mean something different there. Yeah, but it's I'm just reading the words because I don't want people to clip out of context. Not that you guys are nasty, but you never know. But I think it's one of those things where, similar to what I was saying yesterday, I suppose, is sometimes sensitivities and censoring can mean that we don't have open conversations and we don't have the ability to ask questions. And I think that it is important to be able to talk about things somewhat openly, but with the understanding of what that means and stuff. So I try to make sure that I'm being respectful with the knowledge I have as well. The Dutch have has had a bunch of really dodgy products. I imagine they've all mostly been rebranded by now, but I do love the N-word kiss. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. Oh yeah. I feel like there would have been a potential for crazy marketing with that. An N-word kiss. Wow. The Dutch do be wildin' over there. My ex was addicted to Jew cookies. My goodness gracious. It reminds me of the polar pies that they have. So in New Zealand, there's this vanilla slab ice cream, and then it's coated in chocolate. And so they're just freezer things. It's not quite an ice cream sandwich, but yeah, it's just vanilla slab, chocolate coating, and then you just go And those have been rebranded because they used to be called Eskimo pies. And so now they're called polar pies. And yeah, exactly, sea mama. And I think that's a decent enough rebrand. It's just that recognition of being able to be more understanding of these things. Oh, really, Bo? N-word boobies. I don't know if they have that on my coaster. Should I go find out? I have to go find out. Yeah, it's called like that in the Netherlands. That's crazy. Oh, thank you, Willie. I do appreciate that. I do try. And of course I can get it wrong as well, but I think that understanding that is what hopefully helps with the ability to have the conversations. I grew up in Alaska, yeah. So they used to be called Eskimo pies, even all the way in New Zealand. But they're now called polar pies because it was deemed insensitive and just unnecessary, I think is probably a better word to use. It's just unnecessary to name them after people. I forgot what I was going to do up here. Oh yeah, my boobies. I was going to grab my boobies. I do not... Oh, this one says brown boobies, so maybe that one had a different name. I was expecting it to be a black boobie, admittedly. We've got Peruvian boobies. Hot. I will show ya. I've got all these tea stains on here. It's probably a good excuse for me to give it a little wipe down, to be honest. Well, let it be known that I do indeed use my boobies. There we go. These are the boobies I have. A lot of people know the blue-footed boobie, but there's far more than that. Yeah, we're still talking about words. Mallow cakes. Which one was that? We also had the Eskimo sweets. Yeah, I don't actually know what you're referencing in that case, see, Mama. Not familiar. The kiss was changed in 2006. Yeah, that's good because that one is. I would be surprised if it was so recent, but the cookie only 2021. Huh. Okay. Hi, Andy. The biggest brand of ice cream here have a mascot called Eskimonica. She looks like how you would expect. I think the polar pies, they still have like someone with a fluffy rimmed jacket, but I don't think there's really anything, at least in my opinion, that seems discerning about them. It's literally just a fluffy jacket rather than it being too on the nose. But Eskimonica, I wonder if that one will change one day. Maybe it hasn't reached Norway yet because of a lot of these things are often in English first. Okay, flat cookies. Yeah, I don't know those ones. They're just literally called Eskimos. Okay. Oh, no, I'm thinking of Mallow Puffs. Never mind. Yeah, it's just a jacket that you would wear in the cold. Exactly right, Willie. So I'm pretty sure they still use that. I don't think they've rebranded it to a penguin or a penguino, as we have learned. Thank you. Yeah, look, there's so many. I love my apron, I really do. It's so lovely. The thing is that I had it as a coaster, but I wanted to make my favorite one. I wanted to get the apron, and so this one is definitely my favorite. We got so many on there. Welcome back. We still have 10 minutes. They changed the name in 2020. She's just a girl in a winter outfit. There we go. Yeah, that I'm kind of curious. I'm gonna look it up. It's a fun play on words, though. I will give them that. Ah, yeah. So it's just kind of like a jumpsuit to stay warm. shows the 2009 versus the 2019 branding. I feel like it's that is one where there's doesn't feel any necessity to call them an Eskimo, but I guess what I would have to look up is more understanding of, and if you Willie, if you have any information, you're welcome to share as well, because I know that there are a lot of different tribes in North America, so like the Inuit, for example, and so I don't know what Eskimo is like an umbrella term for, or the specificity, and so therefore I don't understand. I will quite honestly say I don't really know where it was termed, like where it developed. My thought is that the English started kind of calling anyone from the Arctic Eskimos, and that's where it can be insensitive. But I would have to look it up. Don't get me started. Well, you're welcome to share. You really are. I think that we've got 10 minutes. It's just a cliche how much we wear them in Alaska, depending on how far north you are. Gotcha. Right, the apron reminds me of a book I read growing up. I don't know what it's called. Well, if you think of it, feel free to share. Lolly shop, there we go. Oh, yes, of course. Yes, obviously. See, Mama, yes, I cannot believe that escaped me. I know I've had so many of those because they're in the party packs and whatnot. I've not thought about them in so long and what they would have changed into. Thank you for the hydrate, Linux. Cheers, Buzzing Fly. There we go. See, Mama, we got our answer. They're called explorers now. I think that works, especially because we've got, you know, Sir Edmund Hillary as an example. And if you think about him up high in the mountain peaks and that kind of, again, attire is more about the being in cooler climates rather than because they look like an Eskimo. And so maybe that's where we're starting to understand the insensitivity around labeling someone who's just wearing this kind of cold attire, just labeling that like, oh, they look like an Eskimo. That does feel like, why similar to if people were to wear like a grass skirt and then make that a lolly or a candy and be like, check out these, like I'm just buying me some Hawaiians. Yeah, okay, I hear it now. Thank you, in this unfortunate circumstance for me to learn how it sounds weird. Griffin's Afghan biscuits are now Ruffs. I heard they were talking about changing them, but I didn't know that they had already made the change. So Ruffs. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What about the Afghan biscuit in an Edmund cookbook? That would be a little bit different. Eskimo is just what they call us Alaskan natives. Oh, really? I didn't realize it was the whole of Alaska, because I know that there are a lot of different tribes up in that region, not just Alaska, but like northern Canada as well. So I appreciate you sharing. Yeah, so Native Alaskans, gotcha. Because my mum had a friend who was from the Inuit tribe. But I don't know any of the other names. They're babies in papooses. I've never heard that word. But yes, the full bodysuit. To be honest, I still get called that from time to time when I say what tribe I am a part of from Alaska. Okay, so it's just kind of lumped in together. I don't think the Maori have quite that issue. Because the Maori people have a lot of tribes and sub-tribes. And then, of course, they're Maori. But I don't think there's any terms that I could consider that would be off the top of my head. Oh, maybe Eskimo is not too dissimilar. Yeah, it depends on the tone. And I think that's such a good thing to remind ourselves of as well, is you can turn pretty much anything into an insult, because is it intended as an insult? So for example, if someone's like, oh, I love your ginger hair, whereas versus like, oh, you like you ginger fuck or something. Like it's very clearly got different connotations, but I still think that we can omit various words of our vocabulary without having it as a free-for-all as well. Yeah, true, sea mama. That's a good reference as well. I don't know what I am. Well, that's only for you to decide, I suppose. Yeah, so I think that, like you say, Willie, it really does depend on tone and intention, and there can be some willful ignorance. Sorry, no, that's not actually what I mean. There can be some genuine ignorance, and it depends on how people come from that. So I know that there are a lot of people who get very sensitive when corrected, which then makes them defensive and then makes them go, oh, well, you're just being a snowflake, etc. It's like, no, if you've said something that you shouldn't say, then that's on you. And I think pronouns are an example of that as well. A lot of people are really scared to use the incorrect pronouns. I am very much of the belief that it does suck when you have the incorrect pronouns used for you. So for example, if you use he, him pronouns and someone was like, oh, she did this, I would hope that you would understand why that feels like uncomfortable, because that's not how you identify yourself. However, I think that a lot of people will use very specific cases against the cause. So they'll be like, oh, well, people are going to be up in arms, and they're scared of confrontation, I guess. But it's really just as simple. So for example, I made an assumption that someone, they were talking about their partner, and I said, oh, like, how long have you and him been together? But this was a girl that they were talking about, and I said, my apologies. And that's all there is to it. It's literally like, I felt really embarrassed that I made an assumption, but I corrected myself, I apologized, and then we just kept on talking. And then they told me how they met, and it was really, really lovely. And so I think that when people are so afraid of getting something wrong, it says to me more about their inability to understand how to react to that embarrassment. And the older I get, the more I realize how emotionally irregulated a lot of people are, I guess. And I think that is an example of people getting mad and not being able to take accountability. There are a lot of people who really, really struggle with, I think it is embarrassment and guilt and being wrong, maybe. And so then they will take that out on other people. Want to see something crazy? Google how many tribes in Washington State. Oh my gosh, I guess it is quite north, hey? We get a lot, okay. I'll have to look it up in a tick. I'm an empty Snickers bar wrapper. You're not, is that the you're not you and you're angry? So if you have none, I can't tell if that means you're zen or you're angry because you can't eat the Snickers to calm down. Yeah, just call people by their name. I got absolutely called out on that myself as well. I message Kermit fairly regularly, but they don't mind when it's not on purpose as long as you make the effort. Yeah, because that's exactly it. Where it's like you can get things wrong, but it's on you to now correct it. But in terms of the calling people by their names, I got absolutely called out. So in South Africa, there are a lot of people who have who are employed in ways that you wouldn't see as much in Britain or Australia or New Zealand, and so they are domestic workers, so people who work in the home. And a lot of people kept on saying domestics, and I was like, it sounds really not right. Where it's like, yeah, they're just like, they're domestics. I was like, ay. It just sounds wrong. And so I was talking to well, we've called her Fauna as a nickname. I was talking to Fauna and I was like, what do you call people? Because it just sounds like a weird word. And she said, I guess I just call them by their name. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. You know, treat them like a human. Yeah, exactly, Sue Mama. Oh, goodness. What lovely hair you have. Late for dinner. Don't call me late for dinner. Very funny. Look at how many people attended the Metallica concert in Moscow 92. It's 1.6 million. That's insane. Of course, Willie. Well, do you want to wait 2 ticks? Oh, yeah, because I reckon that is ready to be pulled out. It's smelling like cake, so that's good. It's jiggling, and it does look burnt. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Wobble, wobble, wobble. I think that, oh wait, I was meant to leave it in for a couple minutes for some reason. I can't remember why. They said it looks good. It looks like a nice burnt texture on top. So I won't blast the heat like it was suggested to. It did look like a good jiggle though, hey? Let me just double check. When the cake is brown and almost burnt looking, I think that looks almost burnt. It doesn't look actually burnt. Turn the oven off. The center shouldn't be completely set. It will wiggle a lot, like Jell-O, and then let it start to cool gradually by leaving it out on the counter. So that's the thing, is it's not telling me when to turn the oven off. I guess it just means to pull it out. Yeah, well, that's what I'm curious about, Nine Fox. It looks exactly how it's described. Oh, so that's a Basque cheesecake, Willie. So it's a cheesecake without a biscuit base. And then you can see it's got that crispy burnt look on top. And it's basically, if you imagine a cheesecake, but only the cheese portion of it. And so we'll see what happens. So I'm going to read this again. I'm going to read it out loud, and people can follow along if they want to help out too. Yeah, anyway, now that you've seen it, you can head off because we're basically just waiting for it to cool down. Okay. So we preheated the oven, we whisked it up and combined. Then we it didn't have a spring-formed pan or a round pan, but nonetheless. So we've got enough baking paper to help remove it later on. And then step number 4. Bake on the center rack for, well, I did just over 40 minutes, and that looked good. The cake will rise quite a bit. Oh, you know when I said it shouldn't rise a lot? Whoopsies. I missed that part of the step. It will settle when it's out of the oven. I generally bake 40 minutes, and if it isn't quite burnt enough, I turn the heat up, but I think ours looks really good. And if you like the center very runny, remove it at 35 minutes. So I think I'm pretty happy with the level we've gotten. Step number 5, when the cake is brown, one moment. Thank you, Captain. We'll see you next time in España. Very much appreciated. I hope you enjoy the gym and the rest of your day and weekend. We're making a Basque cheesecake, so we're just seeing if I need to pull it out. So step number 5 is when the cake is brown and almost burnt looking, and this looks really good, turn the oven off. The center shouldn't be completely set. It will wiggle a lot when you move the pan like jello, so that's all good. Let it start to cool gradually by leaving it out on the counter. So I think that we can take it out in that case. We've turned the oven off, and now the next step is to let it cool on the counter. So that's pretty much it. I don't know if we can hang out for a whole nother hour. That looks so good though. Look at that wiggle. So then after that has cooled down, I can put it in the fridge to cool completely. But that's just going to take as long as it takes. So I think that that's pretty much where we will end things. Sorry guys, you're just in the way. Because it looks good. It looks almost burnt. It looks jello-y and wiggly. It looks delicious. Don't drop it, I'll try not to. You didn't use a round oven. Oh goodness, hilarious. Malva pudding, oh yes, we did have a Malva pudding. Rumi's mum made it. And so we had ice cream, like homemade ice cream with it too. So it was good. Oh, sorry, I forgot the ads were happening. Yum, it looks so good. So in that case, 2 hours. We've been live for 2 hours. That's not so bad. I'm back. So Rumi's mum made Malva pudding with some homemade ice cream as well. Honestly, I can't remember it very well, so I don't know what that says about the dish. I think from memory it was like a sticky pudding. Let me have a reminder. Yeah, caramello. Yeah, so it reminded me of sticky pudding. So sticky, New Zealanders and Australians will call them like sticky date puddings. I think the Americans call it sticky date as well. And then there's sticky toffee pudding and sticky pudding. There's like all of these terms. The Malva pudding reminds me of those. And I really like that in small doses. That toffee flavor I don't eat a ton of, which is such a crying shame because the New Zealanders have an ice cream that's not really found elsewhere called Hokey Pokey ice cream, and it's kind of like honeycomb toffee in the ice cream, so it has this toffee flavor, and it feels not very patriotic of me to not like Hokey Pokey ice cream. Yeah, really sweet, exactly. I love sticky date pudding. I think it's so tasty. So I'll have to try making one of those at one point. It does look like it's sinking. What is it sinking about? Anyway, guys, I think that I'm pretty happy to kind of just leave it there on the counter. What is the time? It's 2 o'clock my time. I'm leaving tomorrow, so I have to pack. And then I just need to film something. So I'm actually pretty chill. We've done all the dishes, they're just drying. Any other chores? I might do a vacuum. Oh, that's right. I wanted to use up and free some stuff, but I'll do that offline, that's fine. Thank you, C Mama, thank you. Thinking about this nice day, very good. Very good indeed. Yeah, I think that'll cool and be fine. So Rumi was very critical that this will not turn out well, and I don't know why the lack of faith. I don't feel like I've disappointed in the kitchen before, so well, except that one. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, so I'm kidding. So I'm like, no, I was making a terrible joke. Yeah, so I think we just let it cool. It looks fine. It looks exactly how it's supposed to look, just not circular. Just not circular. No, there literally is no event. There's literally no event. I just heard it in my head about disappointing someone in the kitchen and I was being vulgar. That's all there is to it. They want to talk more about native stuff. Ah, cheers, Willie. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's really cool because I find that a lot of native people have such a shared experience, even from completely different cultures. So I always find it very fascinating. Share light in your burden. I have no burden, okay? Oh God, no, the calm, stop. I was just being vulgar, damn it. Anyway, literally, I think even once this gets pulled out, that will have not really anything to wash. So once most of this is dry now, so I think I'm pretty happy to just call it a day. It's just a nice short sweet stream to make sure that we have ticked off the cheesecake. So thanks again for all of the milestones that we hit yesterday. And next time you see me, I'll be in Spain. So I don't know what that's going to look like. It'll either be as simple as just sitting in the accommodation and having a chat like we normally do, but upstairs in the attic, or maybe we'll go to the beach. Maybe we'll do some IRL exploring, but I haven't organized an IRL setup. So we'll figure it out one way or another. Cheesecake looks good. I'll send you photos once it's fully cooled down, because basically it should take a whole day realistically, which is why I wanted to make it yesterday, but stream had just gone on too long at that point. So once that's cooled down, I'll put it in the fridge, and then I'll have some after dinner, I guess, and I'll let you know how it goes. And then this is going to Rumi's brother's house, and so they've got a couple kids as well, so they'll be very happy to receive that gift, and hopefully they will be okay with it. I don't know what I'm supposed to have with it. If anyone has any suggestions there. It seems a little bit boring because there's no lemon in it, there's no fruit, there's no, it's just the cheesecake. So I don't know what you're supposed to serve it with. If anyone has the soft cheesecake, thank you. If anyone has recommendations, share them now. Thank you for the follow. Gotta be an adventurous and disappoint in every room, exactly. Maybe even outside. Thank you, Jordan. Yes, you as well. It's been such a pleasure, genuinely. I'm glad that we've become acquainted. Posting a picture on Discord once it's completely finished. Yeah, exactly right. And I need to post all of the recipes as well, so I'll chuck all of those in there too. Tomato icing. So Season Lounge, you're so witty, my goodness. So this is the gazpacho, and so Rumi's literally just been like spoonfulling it when ready. So I could just like pour that on there for the icing. Sriracha's in there as well. Yeah, I think something like a lemon's, like even just a lemon squeeze, although I've used up all the lemons because I've been trying to get rid of all of the foods. You can put lemon curd on, yeah, strawberry purees, all these kinds of things, but I'll try as is, and then it can be Rumi's family's choice on how they decide to eat it. Okay, well, I'm gonna head upstairs and I'm gonna end the stream. But thank you so very much for joining me for another kitchen stream. I really am pleased that the kitchen stream has worked out well. And so we'll try to do more in the future, but I will not be here for an entire month. So I'm going to be in Spain for 2 weeks in a couple different cities. So we're going to start in Basque country and then head south towards the Iberian Peninsula. I need to learn my geography better. And so that's for a week and then another week. And then I'm going to be heading back to Denmark, actually, to hang out with Coffee Snobber. Coffee Snobber is my bestie. Some of you guys won't be familiar with her. Some of you will be very familiar with her. So I'm going to head back to Copenhagen to go spend a another week with her. And there's going to be like an island that we're going to. She just said there's this island she hasn't been to, and can we go? And I said okay. So she booked the flights and the accommodation, and I'm just turning up. So it'd be cool to show you wherever that is. And then I'm going to be in Iceland as well to go watch the total eclipse. And even if we didn't hit the fundraising goal, I might try and take you guys to watch that too, because what else am I gonna do other than watch the eclipse? Maybe even if we just find ourselves a little seat and you guys can sit beside me with a POV, I think that it would be irresponsible of me to not try and bring you along. So I'm going to be away for 4 weeks. One of the reasons that I'm not coming back is because I'm going to be finally applying for my visa, because I am here in the UK as a tourist right now. It's another reason why the reason I came here as a tourist, because if things didn't work out, I didn't want to have to worry about too many bureaucratic things. So I'm going to go out of the country. I'm going to apply for my visa probably tomorrow as soon as possible. And it usually takes about 3 weeks for them to respond to me. So fingers crossed that I am allowed back in the country as a youth mobility scheme visa. So hopefully that goes okay. But that's why I'm spending extra time before coming back rather than just the Spain trip. And so we got to find some things to do, and hopefully the IRLs will work in that case. That's all from me. Mantenga la calma. Gracias. Thank you. And thank you guys as well for all of the safe travels and well wishes. I genuinely am looking for this Spain versus Argentina football match, because I think it will be crazy over there. I think that they're going to get really, really into the spirit. And so I'm excited to people watch rather than to football watch. And yeah, just thanks for joining me in the kitchen. I'm glad it worked out so well, and I look forward to seeing you again. Not tomorrow, definitely not tomorrow. I'm traveling, but hopefully on the weekend is when I want to get live again, even just to wander around or do something simple like this. So that's all. Thanks, guys. Like I said, it's always funny having to wander all the way upstairs. I need like a maybe a command in the that me or the mods can use where it ends stream, so I can say bye from downstairs. But nonetheless, it's always an awkward stream with the Clementine. So. Yes, I will make sure to post the cake. This is also a good point. Okay, everyone. Yeah, stream ending screen at least. That, you know, if only we had one of those, you know, if only we had one of those, that would make it so much better. Oh, goodness gracious. And that's the thing, is I actually don't mind that it I don't mind when it is this awkwardness. It just feels very us, you know. It just feels very right. All right, guys. Thanks again. I will see you in Spain. Much love, mucho amo. I don't know. And enjoy your next couple of days, and I'll see you when I see you.